Hello and what's up everybody, welcome to another video. Let's raise up the volume of the music just a tiny bit so you guys can still hear me but also hear the music. As you can see, I'm wearing my usual, and not my usual headsets, but like the headsets that I bought for recording, but I haven't been using in a while. I got my drawing glove on, and I was gonna do one of two things today. I was either gonna be drawing the comic that I'm gonna be posting both on Instagram and selling as like a shirt design that you guys could buy if you guys want that sort of thing. And yeah, now the idea behind this is this museum. It's like a space station museum, right? Where they collect things from other planets, and in this world, they have collected this monster. This guy goes like, "Wow, it looks so real," and then afterwards he like starts walking away, and then as soon as he hears something, he like thinks of like turning around or hears something. He turns around, sees that the guy that was standing right next to him is gone, and goes like, "Huh, that's odd." And then just goes like, "I thought I saw someone," and then just starts walking away. But the funny thing about this is that it will have happened so many times and nobody has seen it happen, because if you look really far in the background, right about oh my god, did I start streaming? Oh no. For a second there I thought I started streaming. I was like, oh no, I started streaming. Let's see. I'm trying to like set up my tab and my drawing tablet so like goes and then clicks on the right screen. Okay. So it's here, right? If you look far off into the distance, let me make sure that I'm not that doesn't really have anything. Okay, so right about, no, I'm pointing at the wrong side. I got to go right there, there, and there. There is a missing poster sign, meaning that this has happened a decent amount of times, but nobody has caught it. And it's because the monster is very sneaky. This alien monster is very sneaky. He kind of like does his own, does it when nobody's looking. Anyway, so let's get started with the drawing session. I already did some of this comic. I did it I started it yesterday, so I have like the monster. I got the background. So if I hide, I think is the white plains. Which ones are the white plains? I'm trying to figure out which one's the is it in the backgrounds maybe? Yeah, backgrounds. So I started doing all this, and it says space station. It has like a nice pattern and everything like that. All it needs is the text bubbles and the characters. Obviously, for this character, all I need to do is draw him once, and then duplicate him, have him looking up slightly, or like go like if he's like spooked a little, and then afterwards focus on the second character, which this two pictures are pretty much identical, and then these two pictures are completely opposite. One, he's looking to this side, and the other one, he's looking up right here at the alien. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'm gonna have the midground, which will be this background, I think. Now this alien. So before the alien will be the character, so that gets eaten, and then afterwards it'll be the character that doesn't. I don't know what this layer is, but I'll use it later on. Now you may wonder why is there so many layers, and it's because I drew this and I like to draw in like plenty of layers. I could have done the monster in like a simple, probably 2 layers. One for all the line works and all the little details, and then the other one for what's it called, the color and dots That's why I did dots and colors separately. Okay, let's start by drawing him right over here because it's the first time we see this character. You know, make sure that I got like a decent brush. I like this one. It's from the Inktober series, and I don't think I'll put ears on this characters. I'm gonna have what is this? The smooth stroke turned on. Because whenever you're drawing something like this, you want to have like some sort of smoothness to it sometimes. Alright. Put some eyebrows on the guy. But the shirt is just gonna be kind of attached to him. Very simple design. Hand, finger, other fingers. And curve it around. What else? Do this sort of effect. Go down, go up. So it's gonna go following that previous line. Now, keep in mind that sometimes your drawings for comics don't necessarily need to be 100% accurate. If you look at comic books, even nowadays, they're not like 100% spot on. They're pretty like close enough to whatever the artist wanted to get across. As long as the main point is there, that's all that matters, right? Maybe this guy has a belt buckle. Pockets. Make sure that it goes all the way down, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go all the way up, hide this, and then finish off the line by closing it off. Now you may be wondering, why am I closing it off? And that's for the coloring process later on. Put this back on. The hand is supposed to go down. Maybe the phone's like right here. Boom. Hand will be somewhere there. Now it's okay if like the drawing doesn't end up 100% accurate to what your sketch was supposed to be like. As you can kind of see, I changed it up a little. Or I changed this one up a little. And yeah, now it looks fine. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to selection tool, right? Which for some odd reason it is not in the screen. Oh, it showed up in the where the recording software is at. So I'm gonna click this. Now you may notice that it selected everything except the inside of this. So I'm gonna press Control Shift I, and then I'm just gonna invert it. I'm gonna go to the fill tool, go a layer under it, but for this I'm just gonna add a layer, and it's gonna go automatically above it, and then I'll leave it where it is, right? Or put it, nope, no, I don't want it to be in there. There. So it goes above it, right? And then I go to the fill tool, let's say I want his overall to be one tone. Now you may notice that this area did not get selected, and the reason why that is because it didn't get closed off. So if I close it off right there, right, and then I fill it in again. Now this, don't know why that's not showing up. Look, if I turn this down like that, you can kind of see this character in the background of everything. So since that is working, I'm just gonna turn up the brightness on that, right? Maybe I'll make sure that his gray is somewhere in that sort of section, and boom. Now if I hide the white, this in the background, this, he's supposed to be standing out from everything, even in the background. I don't know why he's not fully standing out from everything in the background. And maybe there's some things that are overlapping with him. Okay. Oh, so the rough sketch. Because this is the rough sketch. Group 1 is the rough sketch for everything. And so far this is how it's coming out. This is the rough sketch. Okay. Next one, I'm gonna go back to the line, to the background. Do the same thing that I did prior. And I do this all in the same layer because I don't feel like going out of my way to do multiple layers. Head. Let's hide this monster, right? So I gotta do this, right? This time around, I'm thinking that I'm gonna have his head going up instead. And kind of like that. His hand is gonna be kind of like this. And then his hand is gonna be kind of like if he was about to defend himself, or like if he was about to throw his hands up or something. Now we gotta keep in mind of the naturalness that happens with the body, right? The natural folds of the clothing. The shirt. Belt buckle. Hands. Boom. Done. And see, I'm trying to do this like really quickly, so sometimes it's really fun sometimes to try doing like really quick drawings, and then it like sometimes comes out okay, and then sometimes it just like doesn't want to come out okay at all. No, I don't like his hand going up like this. I have like an insinuation that his hand went up on a rush. And his phone fell out of his hand, right? And his hand does that. Boom. Let's see, how does that look? Looks fine. Kind of looks like he just dropped his phone. Looks up. Maybe he's like surprised, like what the heck. And then we do the same thing here. that we had done prior. We go here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do all the drawings first, all the really quick drawings first, and then do all the flat coloring really quickly right afterwards, because I'll pretty much have everything selected by then. I already showed you the process that I did right here, so I don't really need to do any of that. What else? This one's gonna have the poof. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's select everything. Actually, I think I could have selected it earlier, but whatever. So I select everything outside, right? We should select even the lines, and then go invert. Make sure to deselect some of the lines, like this one's right here. That don't matter. And this one's right here. Those don't matter. Okay. Correct, everything else is working. Okay. So, alright. All the selections done. I go to the paint bucket tool. Make sure to press Alt. Select the color that I wanted. And then just go to this layer underneath. And then just fill it in. Boom. Now we got one character that's getting eaten, and now let's do the other character. The only thing that I'm planning to color is the like the monster. The characters can stay flat tone or not. It doesn't really matter. Maybe this one doesn't have flat tone because he's more in the close up than this one, than the guy in the background. Or I could do this thing where I do all the selection, right? So I select everything here, and then select this, right? And then I do this sort of effect, right? But instead of having the bottom be like that, I have the bottom be kind of like a dark brown, and then the top be a light blue, contrasting one another, right? And put something in between. This one's gonna be just gray, and that'll be towards the yellows or towards the reds. I don't know. Purples, maybe. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Boom. And then I'll leave it like that. Now if I put all of this, that's how it's looking so far. So far so good, right? And you know, we get rid of this background. Maybe I should put the color on it or not, I don't know. Let's see with I'm just having this sort of shading. How does it look? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have just like a regular skin color, and then everything else will just stay gray. So try this for the color, right? This layer locked. So I'm gonna go for like, I don't know, maybe kind of lighter gray skin tone, and then I don't care if it doesn't show in every single spot, because right now it's not gonna show in every spot. It looks kind of funky, but that's because of the fact that we got the rough line over everything. If I get rid of the rough line, which should be this one's, right? No. Where is it? This one, right? Get rid of all the rough lines. I can kind of color it better, essentially. Right. If you like the video so far, just letting you guys know, feel free to like and subscribe for more content like this. I do post decently often. I try not to post every single day, so I don't so I'm not getting all of you guys like hooked onto me like that, or keeping you guys. Well, I do keep you guys sometimes waiting, but hopefully not too long. Maybe it sure will be kind of like a reddish. How does that look? Alright, this is supposed to be skin tone right here. Tone. That's skin. And this, that area is not supposed to be there. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night together, night into forever. Boom, boom. Okay. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Red shirt. Is the one with the red shirt that got killed. Why does this eye look like he's crying? He's a sad man. He's a very sad man. Oh no. Oh no. He sees his future. Maybe someone sent him a text. You're about to get eaten. Watch out. And then he looks up, and then the monster's just like staring at him. Although technically speaking, the monster is staring at him, and the monster stares at the other one afterwards. It's such a subtle thing, you probably didn't even notice it the first time that you saw this comic, did you? Look at it, look at it. He's looking down at him, right? And by the time that the drawing's over, he's looking to the side instead of down. And this one, he's looking straight at his victim. See, this one he's looking there. This one he's looking down. It's very subtle, very subtle, very subtle. Just a small thing to pay attention to, right? Let's add the shirt color on this one, so it makes it stand out a little bit. Boom, 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 and then color all there. Sometimes digital drawing is like real drawing. Well, technically it is real drawing, but it feels sometimes like if I'm actually working with the art supplies. Except in certain cases it doesn't. Wait, why is it doing that? See, those are the cases that it wouldn't feel like it, because you could do layer lock and essentially you color within the boundaries. But then if you've been used to coloring within the boundaries naturally, then you don't really focus on coloring outside the boundaries most oftenly. So that takes care of that, right? And for the pants, let's do a subtle brown, right? Kind of like the Deadpool moment. It's like, ooh, this guy was prepared. He knew he dressed for the occasion. He wore the brown pants. and it's because Deadpool was like talking about the guy pooping his pants. I don't like this. It looks too dark. It needs to be more khaki. Maybe khaki. Khaki would be somewhere around there. What's that? You know, I noticed something in this one that I did in the other one, but I did not do in this one. This line right here, the division. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna do that really quickly. Just go really dark. Oh, interesting. How interesting. It seems like I did not make all the lines on this character dark, but I made all the lines on this one dark. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this. Oh, so it's in the coloring. It's in the coloring right here. So if I go here and then I color that, right? And yep, teardrop gone away. He's a happy man now. He's a very happy man. Dun, 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 dun. So it's no near my area. I don't know if that's really important for any of you guys. So it's been so it started snowing recently over here where I live. What the heck just happened? I'm getting a call. My girlfriend. Give me a sec. Hello, sweetie. I'm putting you on speaker. Everybody can hear you out in the interwebs now.
Hello.
Hello. You downstairs or something?
I'm not just yet. I just got out. I'm getting out of the parking lot now.
Awesome.
He tried on like this old snowsuit that used to belong to my dad. It was like totally retro. It was like a big jumpsuit snowsuit, so it was like all in one, like the pants and the jacket were connected, and it was such a bright teal and other bright colors, and it fit him perfectly.
It fit him perfectly?
Yeah, it fit him perfectly, but we found it funny because it was like, it used to belong to my dad, and it was like a vintage snowsuit. It was probably like from the 80s or 90s or something. It was like retro, I mean. If you were to see it on him, you'd know what I mean. It's in like such bright colors, and they don't make them much anymore, but I heard they're like coming back in.
So what you're telling me is that I missed out.
Yeah, I guess so. And where did you have mine? To go sledding?
Near my house.
Oh, there's a hill there?
Yeah, do you remember where we go bike riding and stuff? There should be there's a hill towards that path. We're gonna go sledding tonight if you guys don't know.
Do you have sled and snowshoes?
Huh?
I said, do you have sled and snowshoes?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, good.
That looks nice. Okay. If anything, I can take this.
I worked from 12:30 to 5 today, and because of the snow, a lot of people were snowed in and all. Earlier today, like when I first got there, it was 11:30 to 5. When I first got there,
Mhm.
There was like there was hardly anyone there for a while. It was like really quiet and not so busy. It felt kind of nice, but I'm still not used to it.
And then soon in the future you'll get used to it, right?
Yeah, eventually started picking up and he got more people online and stuff. But it was nice when it was not so busy and quiet while it lasted. And I was just really not used to the store being like that, so it was a nice change of pace.
Now I'm drawing the other character. By the way, I did say that you were live. Just letting you know, Morgan. Because I am recording right at the moment. Yeah, I should have led with that. I don't think you realized that much, but it's okay. Huh? I said that you are going that everybody can hear you in their interwebs. See, I did say something like that, so you see, I technically did tell her you can't you guys cannot blame me out there if anybody sees this and then starts going like, what, didn't you say something to her? Technically she didn't say anything that would have sounded embarrassing, but you know, I did say something. Okay. Put the nose. I won't have his mouth open. I'll have his mouth closed. Maybe his eye needs to be closer to the front, like that. Like this it's like a small comic that I'm doing really quickly. It's this comic about like this alien that eats this person next to the is seeing him at this space station museum, basically. And then there's like this it's kind of like an exhibit, like a museum basically. People go there, they check out this alien, or check out different aliens around there, and then go like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then they go on with their lives, you know. So in this comic, this alien is eating like a lot of the people that go and visit. So we get to see it happen. Where this guy's like thinking to himself, "Oh wow, it looks so real," and then all of a sudden, in the very next frame, the guy, you see, what's it called? The the monster eat the person next to him. Not long, like about like, let's see, 33 minutes roughly. But I started this comic yesterday. I'm almost done with it though. So usually some comics may take me a long time, and that's something I was gonna say in the video. Well, since I'm making it right now, sometimes like to do all the coloring and everything could possibly take me about an hour, 2-3 hours, depending how detailed I want the comic, how much textures and stuff I want in it, and sometimes it could take me approximately 10 minutes to make everything. It all varies in how detailed I want. Like if I want a comic with like a simple two frame two thing like 3 picture comic, right? Then it could probably take me half an hour. I'll take like 5 minutes to rough out the idea, and then afterwards take 15 minutes to do all the line work, and then do a very sloppy way of coloring, and then and within that 15 minutes to like an extra 10 minutes, and by that point I've gotten to 20 to 30 minutes roughly. around there, and I will have gotten everything done by then. But sometimes, just like this comic, I decide to do a little extra. I do more line work. I do more precise work, much more line variance. You know, perspective and everything. You know, it's much more well put together, essentially.
What's the title of the comic?
It doesn't really have a title yet, but I could, cause it's not like an ongoing comic. It was more like a one-time thing, but I should come up with like a title so it looks more professional, right? That's something
Yeah,
that I should.
comics and other stories need titles.
Yeah. So I'll call it I don't know, the space alien. No. Uh, the missing ones. Just for or maybe the comic won't be called the missing ones, but this little portion of it will be called the missing ones. Does he look like the same character over there? In there? No, he doesn't. That's something you gotta watch out sometimes for. I'm talking right now to the camera, just so you know, babe. Uh, Everything looks decently even, like accurate to the first time that you draw it. Because then you get drawings that look like that. What's it called? That Naruto moment where one of the characters looks like a horse. Even though it's obviously there is a character sheet given to the animators. But the interesting thing is that he was supposed to look like that because of the fact that the person that that decided to do that drawing took some creativity to it, add his own personal touch to it. Okay, let's see. Does he? Yeah. Shirt is right there, so I'm gonna make sure that his shirt is also in this frame. Right? Kinda like the other one. Now, one important thing to do is make sure that all your edges are closed off. You don't have like little spots like this. And that's why I use this sort of pencil or yeah, uh, brush. It's very closed off and it's easy to close off in some things, but it has like a nice texture to it, like if you were actually inking, which is, I really like doing that. I personally don't ink myself, but like professionally. But I kind of like the feeling of some of these brushes sometimes. Of course, with the ability of like erasing. If I can't erase, then that would pretty much suck, and that would be a no-no for me. Okay. And no. And in this one, he's gonna have his hand up. I'm pretty sure it's like that. Shirt like this. Then kinda like that. Trying to figure out the pose. But as I draw it, And arm. Are you at my house already?
Yeah, I've been here for a little while.
You outside or something?
I don't think so long.
You said that you've been here for a little while. Okay. Not just the hand, the head. I don't like how that head ended up looking.
The one was like and Marjorie came up with the jump. We had to buy more glasses yesterday.
So we gotta go to the store and get more glasses?
I did that yesterday.
Okay. Okay, the eye is too big, so I'm gonna bring it down a little. Maybe bring everything else there. Okay, hang up. Hey, sweetie.
I had some.
Alright, now in this frame, he's supposed to be questioning. His arm looks like it's way too far thrown back. Maybe I'll adjust that really quickly. It's supposed to be kind of like hanging kind of loose. Kind of like this. Alright, so kind of like that. Boom. And erase this area. Make sure to close off some of the points. And round off anything that needs to be rounded about. Okay, so far it looks nice. Character looks like it's looking up, then it's looking to the side. And this one, his head looks like it's too egg-like. So I'll probably change it up like that, making it more roundish. There. Now it looks even more egg-like. But I think I like this form of egg better. Okay. Okay. Now make sure close off the areas. The shirt will be somewhere there. This hand be lower than that. That'll be probably somewhere there. What else? I think is this one and this one will be pretty much the same, so I could just pretty much just select everything here like that, and then press Command C. No. Yeah. Command C, Command V, because I'm using an Apple computer. That's how it works. And then I just bring it down, maybe scale it up a little. Now the reason why I scaled it up is because he's getting closer to the camera than what he was prior, so just slightly closer. And in this case, I'm gonna merge it below. Do the same thing, same effect with this one, where I just essentially select everything here, and then just scale it up a tiny bit, alright? And then I messed out.
It's okay. It makes you feel better. Only the lights are on the tree. You still gotta put up the ornaments and star and everything else.
Alright, so I'll still get to decorate the tree. That's nice. Yeah, your grandma was telling us to do that. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay. Now, because we already have a solid foundation for the color, I could take this same color, right? So I'm gonna press Alt, select that, and then go on the layer underneath, or you know what, go onto the same layer, right? Select everything outside, right? And it should select everything except the characters or the text bubbles. So what I'm gonna do is create the text bubbles also. This one, he's just not gonna say anything. Then this one, odd, and then obviously thinking here too. So now that we know that those are working, let's get down to the text bubbles here. Text bubbles will also be same layer. So boom. Why is it not working? Oh, it was working. I just don't have the right type of color. And you can do any shape that you want. Sometimes if you want like a really nice circle, what you could do is take the circle tool, make a circle with it, and then just plop it there, and voila. You know, now you got yourself a nice circle. And this time I'm gonna put that's odd right there. So that is odd. Odd is spelled ODD, right? Yeah. No, some people online are gonna be like, he doesn't know how to spell odd. That is odd. Alright, erase some of this. Make sure it's like a smooth transition. And then here, since he's thinking again, it'll be that looks like an H, so it tricked me. I thought. How do you spell thought? So I had it spelled incorrectly. I thought. Alright. Some space. Saw. Why is it not going back? One. Okay. Now it says, I thought I saw someone. Someone is SOMEONE, right? Okay. Perfect. Now everything is nicely done. So what we're doing is doing the selection process all over again, right? So select outside the boundaries. And then you invert the selection, go to the fill tool, go to the layer underneath, make sure that, that in the fill tool you got that solid one color pigment thing. You're gonna press Alt and gonna click on the characters color. Voila. This one's marked forward. Boom. And then you see some minor imperfections like this right here, where since it's not selected, I could erase. But what I'm gonna do is change up my brush, so my brush, the same thickness that I'm using for drawing, we use for erasing, and voila. That way it's much more accurate erasing because I like the way that I draw. Obviously, you gotta love the things that you do, so or else you'll be regretting all your actions. Okay, so layer lock it, bring it to a pretty white section, right? And then see how the text bubble looks with that. And I'm picking the this sort of stencil thing, boom, Inktober, because it's really good as a big brush. That's what I'm using it for. It's a big brush. And then the skin. It's fine if I don't get everything of the skin. Boom. 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 And then brighter for the text bubbles. And the thought bubbles too. It's almost like a white. And then if I go to the background, which should be this one, and then I hide that, that's how it's looking. And obviously I get rid of all the sketches, because the sketches are pretty much done by now. I did all the line work, I did all the sketching, and I forgot to write what I was gonna write there for some odd reason. Thought I wrote it though. No, I did not. What else is gonna be there? It looks so real. That's what it was. It looks so real. So he's thinking to himself that it looks so real. Bring it all the way dark. Oh, wrong brush. It looks so real. Don't know why I twisted my L. Real. There. Now I can hide that. And now I'm gonna go, and because this is layer locked, right? And I pick, I don't know, maybe he has blue, maybe this type of blue. So it kind of like balances it out from very bright sun in the distance to like this guy in the foreground. This time I have it layered locked because I don't want to go outside the lines, outside the area that I already colored. It's like Among Us, pretty much. The imposter's the alien, and you know he just eats the other one. Oh. Okay. For pants, I'll also put them with khakis. So, what's wrong, babe? You were hoping we would go out already? Thinking about what? Then talk to me. I'm here. You could talk to me. I talk to the camera because I'm not talking to anybody at the moment. Even though you're here, you can talk to me too. See, when Joy is here, he does. He goes out of his way to talk to me. That because he's bored and he wants to annoy me sometimes. So annoy me. But it's fun. I like talking to people. So I'd rather have him talk to me than me talk to myself. Because keeping in mind a YouTuber's life is not the same as you wish it would be. You know, you think it's all glamour and glory, but no, in actuality it's more like you just there just staring at your computer screen or staring at a camera or something, and you know, pretending that you're talking to someone when in actuality you're not at the moment. You're talking to nobody at the moment except yourself. And then later on, people will hear you. It's like a time capsule that you think that you're just hoping people, someone will go out of their way to open, but you're not 100% sure if anybody's ever gonna open that time capsule. That's the life of being a YouTuber. And anything happen at work interesting that you can talk about? In certain places they restrict your mouth like that. They're like, you're not allowed to talk about work. You did? Like what? Oh, because you're sewing, right?
To the dollar store, or well, first I went to the thrift store, got a bunch of sweaters for cheap, washed them, and I'm gonna do this cool craft that I did one time last year that I want to do again, where I make a bunch of beanies out of them.
Beanies?
Like winter hats.
Cool. For gifts?
Yeah, as gifts. It's a great way to recycle. It's a perfect gift for this time of year.
You're essentially turning anything from the thrift store into something that you could essentially get. Yeah, to something that more people rather wear. Seems like I am pretty much done with the comic, am I not? Let's see. Why is this not like that? Okay, that was weird. It's probably because it was still having this the color from its previous thing. Okay. Ooh. I'm paying attention, by the way. Just to let you know. Most people would think I'm not. What was it? Okay. Just need like a very subtle thing. And then a very bright line. Rent? Yeah, your rent. Yeah, that's part of rent essentially. At certain people's houses. Like for me, I pay my phone when I pay my rent. Perks of having your parents. Out west, so like, all the way across the country in the car, and he said that he loved it. It was amazing to be able to see everything. Hmm.
And I thought to myself, that does sound pretty cool. And he said he really loved for all of us to do that someday. Have all of us save up and maybe rent an RV. And like rent an RV and go cross country.
Huh.
That does sound pretty cool. Check it out.
It does.
Flying is cool and all, and I've done it one time. It's cool to be able to see everything from such a high distance, but when you're driving, you can see it more up close.
It's true.
You can see landmarks and beautiful sights.
You get to appreciate the beauty of things a little bit more.
And then I remember one time Mom mentioned me at one point a while ago that I made a really fun vacation to like rent an RV and drive cross country. It's a little more fun than fun because like everything is expensive and things just more like that. So it's like stocks and stuff like that.
Why is it getting darker? Oh, okay, yeah, not that, dude. Like, it gets darker and it gets brighter. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much the whole entire comic. Let's put the panels. Maybe I'll lock the panel and then make it slightly darker than what it would have been if it's just like a really dark blue. And then I'll make it even darker, right? Ooh, yeah, that looks a lot better. Makes it stand out. I don't want to put just a fill tool because then it like messes up the comic a little. Seems like this corner is not as thick as the rest, so I'm gonna slightly increase that little corner, but tiny amount, right? It's gonna be about that much, right? Okay, and then I fill it in. Boom. How's that look? A lot better, that's for sure. I can tell you got bored, right? And fill it in. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, that looks a lot more accurate to every other corner. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of the comic. Thank you all for joining me for watching this me create this comic. It took me approximately an hour just to do all the characters and all the artwork for the characters. Usually it will take a lot less time to do that, but I thought, I like to go into nice details to add some nice textures, maybe some nice designs. You can see that the blue looks nice. The orange really stands out, and you know when you look at this, you're mainly paying attention to the one talking. You're either paying attention to the monster or the one talking. In this case, it's the one talking. Let's see. This one's, I think, the monster layers. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate it, right? I'm gonna merge it. Warning: merging locks hidden layers. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and what I'm planning to do is after I lock it, just color it all in, right? Now you may be wondering, why is he doing this? That makes absolutely no sense, right? So look, I can turn down the opacity on it, right? And then it slightly fades into the background. so the monster right now looks like it stands out. It's the brightest thing in the room. But as soon as I turn it down just a tiny bit, now he's not the brightest thing in the room. It's the character in front. Little tip from me to you guys. And that's pretty much it. Have fun. Thank you all for joining me. And if you did enjoy this, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. My newest video will be right above me, and my oldest video won't be here, but it's my most liked video. If you like watching penguins getting made in Blender, check me out. And if you like watching me create comics, teaching you how to create comics in Krita, this time I'm using Sketchbook Pro since it's free, but this shows that the potential for Sketchbook Pro to create comics is also there, just like in any other drawing software. The only downside that I've seen so far is that usually when you create text, or like when you do like one line, like for example if I'm doing a line like this will not have an outline over it unless I do some massive amount of techniques on it, and that will take me way longer than any other software to calculate. But it is possible. Anything's possible if you put your mind to it. There's also some techniques like if you're using Mac, I'm not sure if this is only exclusive to Macs. Like let's say I put F, or you know what, let's go with the E for that E meme or something, and then I'll go for like any random font. I'll go for like that bold, that bold. Okay, bold. Okay, and then I press OK to it. Right, I don't know where it is. Let's see. I'll move it right there. Right. So let's say that I bring it big, make it big, right? This technique was really annoying, so I'm gonna duplicate it. I know, duplicate, right? And then this one, I'm gonna no, this one above, I'm gonna edit layer, right? And then I'm gonna make it slightly lighter or something, maybe a white or something like that. And press OK. Now, one thing that you may have noticed is that when you're editing it and you go to font and then you try doing all this, you may try adding a shadow to it, and it gives you the option to add a shadow to your text, right? And then edit that shadow. For example, this thing. Where is it? That? Yeah, this effect right here. Some odd reason it gives me that the option to do that, but why is it not doing that? I wonder if it works. And you see, the shadow is gone. It does not show or anything like that. So to make it possible, what I tend to do is go and then make this one into a layer that I can edit, and then I either blur it out, right, which just gives a very subtle thing, and then you just duplicate it a bunch of times, right, and then just merge it down, merge down, merge down, merge down. Right, and now all of a sudden you go from having a very like no outline to having some outline over your text, and voila, now you get that effect. But if you wanted to go for a different effect, maybe the text is going off to the side, you use this merge tool, I think this one, right, and then you just, is it this one? Yeah, to this one, and then you just drag it to the side. Maybe make it bigger, right? And then just that, and then turn down the opacity, and voila, now we got another effect down. These are the text effects that I learned how to do without anything painstaking process, you know. But you know, if you want to try doing that yourself, you can. I won't do that again. Let's just delete this stuff. Delete and delete, and this just stays the same. I don't know what this inside here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna save this right now and call it a day. Thank you. Bye.